Alright, boys and girls, here we go. January 11, parts 2 through 4. First part about this project is actually figuring out how many yards there are. And we've got 48 inches. So if we take 48 inches and we divide by 36, because this is how many feet, 3 feet equals 1 yard. Or 36 inches. So if you do this, you get 1.3 repeating. And if I take that and multiply, that's yards, and if I take that and multiply it by $3.75, you get 4.999 something something something. So the answer is 5 yards. Oops, not 5 yards. This is money. $5. Okay. Moving down. All right, so probability, we've already done this question once. Here we go again. Probability is everything over what I want. What I want over everything. Everything is the entire box. The entire box is 40 by 40, and that's 1600. What I want is this area, so I got to figure out what this area is, and what I get to do is take the 1600 and get rid of this little middle. Well, this middle is 15 by 15, so that area is 15 times 15, which is 225. So if I start with the 1600 and I get rid of 225, I end up with 1375. So the answer here is 1375. What? 1375 over 1,600. As shown in the diagram below, a ladder 5 feet long leans against a wall, makes an angle of 65 degrees. I think they're asking what this distance is from here to here, so we'll put an X here. Obviously, this is some old horse caught another horse taking oats away problem. These will be on your formula sheet, so you don't have to worry about them. So, I don't even know. Do I use sine? Maybe I don't. Let's see. That's the hypotenuse. There's the opposite, and this is the adjacent, and cosine is actually the one that uses adjacent and hypotenuse. So cosine of the angle, which is 65 degrees, is equal to the adjacent, which is x, over hypotenuse, which is 5. So if I cross multiply, I get x equals 5 cosine 65. And where x equals 5 cosine 65. 2.11, 2.113091, something like that. X equals 2.1, round to the nearest tenth. Alright, so the slope of a line. So if I do this and I go -8, +4. So I'm up 4 already. And the slope says go up 3. 1, 2, 3, and over 4. Now I'm up 3 more. And I go up 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and over 4. I'm here at the y-axis. So I've gone up 4, up 3, up 4. So my y-intercept then would be 10. And quite honestly, I'm done. Y equals 3 over 4x plus 10. Or, that's the graphical approach to it, and I would use graph paper. I think this is use graph paper. But there's another way. Y equals mx plus b. And I can just plug in everything out. I have a y and an x here and I have a slope. And just figure out what b is. So y is 4. Equals 3 over 4 times x, which is -8, plus b. or 4 equals negative 6 plus b, or b equals 10. And then I would just write it as y equals 3 over 4x plus 10. All right, back to another stats problem. 86, 81, 79, 71, 58, 87, 52, 71, 87, 87, 93, 64, 94, 81, 76, 98, 94, 68. If I add those up, 10, it's like 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 18. Looks like 18. Oh, 18. I will also do this again. 86, 81, 79, 71, 58, 87, 52, 71, 87, 87, 83, 64, 94, 81, 76, 98, 94, 68. So 2, 2, 4, 6. So checks. 51 to 60. Alright, so since my first interval does not start at 0, of course I'm going to put this break in. And I gotta get up to 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yours obviously will be much neater than mine. I do not have a straight edge again. I'm going to write intervals down here. And frequency here. And we'll put a title on here. What is this? This is Moshe's test screws. Alright, next problem. Cross multiply. So you get x plus 2 times x minus 1 equals 18. Obviously we have to FOIL here. First, outer, inner, last. First, give me x squared. Outside, give me negative 1. Inside, give me 2x. Minus 2 equals 18. Bring the 18 over and combine. I get x squared plus x minus 20 equals 0 because I subtracted 18. Factoring here is pretty easy. X plus 5, x minus 4, they add up to 1 and they multiply to negative 20. And I have two answers, x equals -5 and x equals 4. Both answers work. On this particular problem, it's actual minus estimated over actual. Actual rate is an actual, so let's talk about actual. All right, actual. Surface area actual is going to be pi r squared pi times the height. The radius is 5.1 squared pi times the height, which is 15.1. Okay, my calculator. One, two, three, three. Well, this is surface area. This is volume. I do not want volume. I don't know what I'm doing. This is volume. I'm using the wrong formula. Remember, the surface area formula is term of the relative area calculating surface area. See, I missed that. I thought I was talking about volume for some reason. So surface area formula for it is so surface area is 2 times r squared pi, and that's for the two circles, and then it's plus 2 pi r, that's the circumference formula, times the height. So 2 times 5.1 squared pi plus 2 pi 5.1 times 15.1, or 647.2937 503. Now let's find the estimated. Estimated, we got 5 and 15, so that's going to be 2 5 squared pi plus 2 pi 5 times 15. 628.31 628.3185.307. So now I got to put these into my formula. So it's going to be 647.2937037 503 minus 628.23185307 divided by 647.2937503. This is something like 18.9752 divided by 647.2937 0.0291314, and we want this rounded to the nearest thousand. It's 3 decimals. So we keep or multiply? Keep. Does 3 tell us to keep? Of course, the answer is 0.029. It's kind of a pain in that question. All right, if you remember the formula for this one, it is principal, or the start amount, 1 plus or minus the percent raised to the number of years. The start amount is 30,000. 1 is going to decrease by 5%, so we're going to subtract off 5%, is 0.05, not 0.5, that'd be 50%. And we're going to do it for 4 years. And that's all we got to tell you. $24,435.19. That's how much remains. Is that what they ask? Determine the amount of money to the nearest cent that will be left in the sport after 4 years. So it looks like 24,435.19. All right. Last problem. Graphic. Y greater than negative x plus 2. Y less than or equal to 2 over 3x plus 5. Oh, come on, they didn't get that easy, did they? Positive choose the y-intercept. Down 1, right 1. Positive choose the y. Down 1, right 1. Down 1, right 1. It's a dotted line. I'll just show you. Red. Dotted line. Since it's greater than, we'll show you. Be neat. This one has a slope of 2/3 and a y-intercept of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up 2 and over 3. Up 2, over 3. This one has a solid line. And it's less than, so it should down. And is that it? And that's it, kids. 18 minutes done.